Right, morning fellas, welcome back to another Villa on Tour video. Today, we're doing something a little bit different now. In the past, I think I've done one FIFA based video before. It's not my speciality. I'm not the biggest player of FIFA, but FIFA 20, as you might know, is coming out, I think, the end of September. So, as always, every new year, there are new ratings, etc, etc. So I thought I'd go through the Villa squad, let you know my thoughts basically on all the ratings of the new Villa players, because I think it's done the rounds on Twitter in the last couple of days, and some of them are quite controversial, some of them are a bit off in my opinion, so I thought I'd just share them, show you all the new cards, and just have a little chat about it basically. Now I know that a lot of people may not know about FIFA, may not play FIFA, that's fine, it's probably not the video for you, but I know a lot of you do, a lot of you talk to me on the regular, on Instagram, whatever, about FIFA, so why not, let's go through it. It's a bit of a different video during the international break, a little bit of content as well, so why not? Talking of content as well, me and Owen reacted to some old Villa on Tour videos the other day, and that video will be out on Saturday evening, so keep an eye out for that. It's a funny one, there are some shocking clips in there. It's a funny one, so just keep an eye out for that one. That should be out on Saturday, as I said. But without further ado, let's get into this and look at the new FIFA 20 Aston Villa cards. Okay, so I've got 25 players here, including all the new signings. I'm going to work my way up from the bottom, the lowest rate card, all the way up to the top. So the first one here is Keenan Davis, 65 rated, he's just a silver card. Hasn't changed, his rating is exactly the same as last year. A little bit questionable. I think he may deserve an upgrade maybe, because he didn't play an awful lot of football, but you can just tell he's settled into the Premier League quite well. You know, he played a little bit against Crystal Palace, his hold-up play looked really good, but I think it's slightly unfair. Maybe an upgrade of 1 or 2 might have been better, but him not playing a lot of football, you can't really argue with that, to be fair. Corny Hawes is the next one. On his FIFA 19 card, of course, he was at Wolves, but now he's got a Villa card. He's gone up by 1 since FIFA 19, which I think is fair. He had a really, really good season last year. When he came in initially, I wasn't blown away by the signing, but his first game was against Wigan, he was dreadful, let's be honest. But when we had a few injuries, Chester was out, he played next to Mings last season towards the end, he looked really, really good. I think he deserves his upgrade. I don't think he's going to play all that much football this season, but he deserves it. And yeah, he looks good. Ezri Konsa up next. Ezri Konsa! Of course, his FIFA 19 card was a Brentford card, but now he's got his Villa card, and he's gone up by 4, which I think's fair enough. I think obviously he played last season at Brentford under Smith until Smith came to Villa, obviously. Was their starting centre-back, played a lot of football last season. Obviously he did well, that's why he got his big money move to Villa. So up by 4, you can't really complain, fair enough. Now this one, Neil Taylor, I think is a little bit harsh. He's gone down by 1 from last year. A little bit harsh, maybe 70 rated, that's not amazing, let's be honest. I think he had a decent season last year. I think he goes underrated. When you talk about that 10-game run, I think Neil Taylor deserves more credit than he actually gets. Obviously, he's been our only left-back for the last couple of years, to be fair. Now Target's come in, he's had to raise his game. So I think it's slightly unfair. Obviously, yeah, he's getting on a bit now, but that doesn't really make too much difference. Yeah, a little bit unfair, I think, on this one. Steer, gone up by 5 from FIFA 19. 70 rated now. Fair enough, can't complain. It was shipped out the start of last season by Steve Bruce. Wasn't really given a look in. Came back in January, obviously, because we needed him. Obviously, we signed Kalinic as well, but he got injured after about 2 games, and he wasn't great anyway. So Steer came in. What a job he did. I said last season, give him a chance at the start of last year, but Bruce didn't. Shipped him out. He's come back, did a fantastic job in the 10-game run. In the West Brom playoffs game. Made that 1 save at home against Jay Rodriguez, I think it was. Kept us in the game. And obviously that penalty shootout, wow, he won it for us basically, let's be honest, mate, saving those first 2 penalties. What a hero, deserves his upgrade, fair play, Jed Steer. Another fullback, like Neil Taylor, has had a downgrade. El Mohammadi, he's got downgraded by 2 from last year. He's a 70 rated silver card. Bit unfair, again, I think he's not everyone's favourite player, he's not a flashy player, he's not bombing up and down as usual, but in that playoff final and throughout the playoffs in general, he was really, really good. Whipped in the ball for El Ghazi, of course, at Wembley, and I think, you know, he's a good rotation player this season. At the start of the season, he had the shirt, but obviously Mr. Gilbert's come in, he's done well, so I think it's unfair to give him a downgraded 2. I think 72 rated from FIFA 19 would have been fair, but there you go. Another downgrade is Henry Lansbury, 71 rated on FIFA 19, but now he's 70 rated. Can't really argue too much with this. He hasn't played all that a lot of football. He scored his first Premier League goal last week, sort of. That's disgusting! But yeah, he didn't play a lot of football. I know Smith is a big fan of him, and so am I, to be fair. It's just his injuries that have let him down, but you can't really argue with this one. Orjan Nyland, same rating, really. Like, I don't know how good he was back in Germany back in the day, but he's done nothing at Villa, let's be honest. His injury was slightly unfortunate, but he was never the best. What can you do? Target gone up by 2, one of the first new signings I'm including in this video. Yeah, fair enough. I know he hasn't played a lot of football at Southampton, obviously, because Ryan Bertrand is obviously the starting left back, but he hasn't played a lot of football for Villa, so I can't really comment too much. He played against Crewe, got injured before half-time, so that's not amazing. Eventually, I think he'll become our first choice left back, but not at the moment. That shirt is Neil Taylor's, so we can only wait and see to see if this rating is justified, to be fair. Hotter, another new signing, of course, from Blues has gone up by 1. It's fair enough. I think in pre-season he looked really, really good. Wasn't amazing against Crystal Palace, Tottenham, etc. Everton at home, he looked good. I'm one of these people that I think he's better at home than he will be away. I think away he gets shut down a little bit too fast, but at home he's got the freedom. And he's a really good player. Of course, there's a really good player in there. He's not the fastest, but technically his dribbling's amazing. I think 73, probably fair enough. If he, you know, plays like he did against Everton, I think there's room for growth there. But 73 at the start of the season, you can't really complain. It's fair enough. Ooh, Kodja downgraded by 2. Was a gold card. He had a lot of pace back in the day, but now his pace has gone. Again, it's down to injuries. A lot like Henry Lansbury. He's had a couple of really bad ankle injuries. Didn't play a lot of football last year because Tammy Abraham was obviously the starting striker. He's lost a lot of pace, let's be honest. I think he had one good game that I can remember last year, and that was coming on against Rotherham away. Played against Tottenham this year and was awful, let's be honest. I think he could still have a part to play. Maybe as a winger coming off the bench, maybe, I don't know. But I think this is fair enough. 73 rated, same as Hotter, for example. It's probably fair enough. Douglas Luiz, another new signing, 74 rated. Got up by 1 from last year. Obviously, he was good at Girona. I haven't seen a lot of him from last year. I didn't watch a lot of Girona, let's be honest. But yeah, 74 rated, I think, judging on what I've seen so far, it's probably fair enough. Against Crystal Palace, he went a little bit absent, but defensively, he looks alright. He's technically very, very good, of course. Got that screamer against Bournemouth. But yeah, 74 rated, you can't complain. Conor Hourihane, of course, he's got his critics, but he's the same rating as he was last year. Slightly unfair. Maybe I would have boosted him up to a 75 gold card, but that's just me. I think, yeah, it is a little bit unfair. I think he's a really good player. He's a really good utility man. When he came on against Crystal Palace, he was really, really good. But a lot of people don't like him. I'm not really sure why, but 74 rated, same as last year. There you go. Chester, injury has just ruined him. Bruce ruined him because he let all the other centre-backs go. Tommy Elphick, he let him go last year. Wrong decision. Chester's been ruined by injuries, let's be honest. He's gone down by 1 this year. This year I don't see him playing a lot of football beyond Mings, Engels, Hors, Ezri Konsa. Is he really going to play a lot of football? Probably not. I think this downgrade is justified. As sad as it is, I think he's still got maybe a role to play in the squad, like just being around the squad. He's a good lad, he's a nice guy. So it is unfortunate, but it's probably fair enough. This one surprised me a little bit. Anwar El Ghazi is exactly the same rating as he was before in FIFA 19. A little bit harsh. I thought when he came in at the start of Bruce's tenure, he wasn't, you know, amazing at the start of last season. But as the season went on, I think he was one of the better players. Like in that 10-game run, I think he was one of the best players. He scored a few brilliant goals, like against Forest at home, West Brom away. But I would have boosted him up a little bit. But yeah, it is a little bit harsh. But there you go. Ooh. This will cause a bit of debate. Tyrone Mings, it was 70 rated, I believe, FIFA 19, but now he's 74. So he's got that upgrade. But come on, boost him up a little bit more. I think he should be 76, 77, maybe even 78 maybe. Obviously he's changed from a left back to centre back now. His pace has gone up a lot, which is fair enough, but 74 rated, really? That's harsh. Of course, playing for England, and of course he'll get better as well as the season goes on, so I think the potential for an upgrade is there. Again, I think he should be 77, 78 at least. I think that's really harsh. And this just proves that the Mings thing is harsh. Kalinic. The first gold card in this list, 75 rated. Really? How can you say Mings is worse at centre-back than Kalinic is in goal? Come on, let's be honest. I think Kalinic, he needs to go. There was talk of him going in the summer. I think there's a little bit of money to be made there. I think we brought him in for 6 or 7 million. There's going to be a loss made, of course, but we need to get him gone. 75 rated is nice, I think, to say the least. Mings should be higher than Kalinic, I think. Yeah, it's generous, it's generous. Another slightly harsh one, I think one of our best players last year, John McGinn, 75 rated. He's got a big upgrade by, I think, 4 from FIFA 19. But 75 rated non-rare, come on. 77, 78 at least, he should be on par with Mings in the high 70s in my opinion. I think he's only going to get better. I think so far at the start of this Premier League season, he's taken to it so well, potentially better than Grealish, some might say. But yeah, I think this one's harsh. Mr. Gilbert has gone up by 1, he's 76 rated. Obviously got relegated with his French team last season. But yeah, I think, but judging on what I've seen so far, I know it's only 4 or 5 games, but he looks good. I think his pace is slightly unfair. I think he's a very quick player. But yeah, 76 rated, decent card. You can't complain. Marvellous Nakamba, a rare 76 rated card, but it did get downgraded by 2 from FIFA 19 in his Club Brugge card. I didn't watch a lot of Club Brugge, let's be fair, so I can't really complain on that. But you know, I haven't really seen too much of him now either, so I can't really make a fair judgment. He played against Crew for a bit, but not a lot. Bjorn Engels didn't have a FIFA 19 card for some reason, but he did have a FIFA 18 card, and he's got the same rating, 76 rated, 2 higher than Mings. Don't know. I think there's potential for an upgrade there. I think he started the season off so well, so I think it's slightly unfair, but he'll get an upgrade eventually, I'm sure, just like Mings. Trezeguet, 77 rated. High card, to be fair. We haven't seen a lot of him so far in the Premier League season, but surely there's more to come. I just think his end product isn't really amazing. I think he reminds me of a little bit of El Ghazi from the start of last season. When El Ghazi first came in, he wasn't brilliant, but eventually he got used to it and he was really good. So I think the same possibilities there for Trezeguet. But yeah, 77 rated is probably fair enough. He had an unreal team of the season card as well. Last season was like 94 rated or something like that. So he did well in the Turkish league, but coming to the Premier League, it's a massive step up. 77 might be a little bit nice, but we shall see. We can't judge him too fast. He hasn't played a lot of football, let's be honest. Grealish, 77 rated, was 76 in FIFA 19. Maybe 78, 79 in my opinion. I think he will get better, of course. Stepping back up into the Premier League has got room for growth there, but he hasn't really improved too much from his FIFA 19 card, which I think's unfair a little bit. Yeah, apparently he's the 3rd best player at Villa according to FIFA. There you go. But of course, FIFA has judged him as better than Mason Mount, so there you go.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Coming into the top 2 now, in second place, it's Wesley, 79 rated card. It's a lovely card, but what you might not know is that Wesley is the 2nd strongest player on FIFA 20. After, of course, Akin Fenwa, but I didn't even expect that. I didn't know that he was that highly rated on FIFA. Like, he's the 2nd best player at Villa according to FIFA. 2nd strongest as well, 88 physical, and I think his strength is in the high 90s as well. It's fair enough. I think we saw that in the Everton game. Unreal. But I think, yeah, it's better than Grealish. Don't know. I think, again, like Trezeguet, it'll get a bit of time to get used to the league, etc. But there you go. Now, top 1, according to FIFA, Tom Heaton is the best player at Villa. He's the only player we've got who's 80 rated or higher in terms of their base card. Same as last year for Tom Heaton, 80 rated. I think that's fair enough. I think he was really good at Burnley. I think he's one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. Obviously, he's an England international. Fair enough. I think he was quality. I think he made an unreal save at Crystal Palace when Milivojevic had that shot, went into the top corner, but he saved it. He's an unbelievable goalkeeper. I think we needed that. I think we needed the big step up from Jed Steer. I've got nothing against Jed Steer, but I think Tom Heaton being, you know, the steady Premier League goalkeeper that you need, who has the potential to make these mad saves, I think it's fair enough. But yeah, those are all the Villa ratings. Leave your comments below on what you think about them. I think there's some iffy ones in there like Mings, Engels, Grealish, etc. I think there's some funny ones in there. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Like the video if you have enjoyed it. I know it's a bit of a different one with the FIFA 20 content, etc, but international break, you gotta bring the fans something, do you know what I mean? So let me know what you thought, like the video, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you on Saturday for the reacting to old videos video, because that's a funny one. So check that out, stay tuned, up the Villa.